Hey there YouTube, amateur dabbler coming at you. It is a hot and muggy Sunday afternoon here in Southwest Florida. I'm trying an experiment out this weekend. I'm going to be planting some berries. Now, I had some blueberry bushes that I lost, and I grow my blueberries hedge style. And there you can see the blueberries that I'm going to be putting in probably next weekend. But this weekend, I'm trying an experiment, and I am going to try to grow blackberries in Florida, which I know can be tough. These are a heat-tolerant variety, and it doesn't say exactly here exactly what the variety of blackberry this is. I'm looking here in the tag. I did pick these up at Walmart, and it says zone 5 through 8. I live in zone 9, so I don't know how well these are going to work. If not, they were on clearance, so I got them cheap. If they don't work for this reason, I will just order up some. I know there are several varieties of very heat-tolerant blackberries, and I'll just switch them out next year. But I have gone ahead and put up a trellis system for these, and I'll show you these in a minute. Got some more stuff I got to plant over here. Got some more blackberries there, 2 more. Right here is a chia tree that's going to go in probably in the next couple days. And so you got blackberry, blueberry, chia, blackberry, blueberry there at the end. 2 of them, and then a blackberry. I have some aloe that needs to go in the ground. Not exactly sure where they're planted yet. And then these here are black Madeira fig trees that I started from sticks that I ordered from Portugal. So these are doing well. I got them here on the back screened-in porch just until probably end of the summer, and then they will go in the ground. I still want to get them in here at the rainy season, but not when the sun is so intense. So probably sometime right at the beginning of October, these guys are going to go in the ground somewhere over here in my garden. I haven't really picked out a spot yet. You see the garden's all cleaned up now. It's doing well. Banana trees need to be cleaned out. That's going to be my project for next weekend. But the garden itself is looking real nice. A lot of hard work and effort getting it cleaned out. If you want to go back and see the original video I did about my dilapidated garden, you can see how nasty it was. Still got to fill the grow beds up with some soil and get some trees planted and stuff, but it is coming around nicely. I lost a lot of fruit trees in Hurricane Irma. You can still see some of them out there. This one right here up front, that's a lemon. Back here is a ice cream bean. Over here is a peanut butter tree. I got a fig tree right here. That one here is a lime tree. A bunch of bananas planted over there. Can't really see what else is going on over there. I got a couple mango trees and a plum tree. But let's go, I'll go show you the trellis system, and we'll show you how we're going to plant these raspberries later on this evening. I'll cut to it when it's a little bit cooler out for me. So I guess while I'm out here, I will show you some of my other trees that survived the storm. This one was a real big tree. This is a plumello, a grapefruit. This tree was very large. It got chopped pretty much down to a nub from hurricane, but it's bouncing back slowly, which I'm happy about. This one here is a Barbados Cherry. If you live in a tropical climate, and I plan on getting a couple more of these, this is probably my favorite fruit tree right now. Just delicious. Puts out a fruit, looks just like a cherry. It's got a pit in it. So I think there might be 2 pits. I can't remember. And I think I saw a couple flowers out here. Trying to see. I thought I saw one, but I guess not. But this one got knocked back too. You can see all the new growth. Obviously, the dark green leaves are old growth. These new lighter green, that's all the new stuff popping up. I got to get out here soon and fertilize these trees because we are in the rainy season now. So you can see I got down on the ground and I need to weed out here. I have about a foot of mulch down in this area where I plant my trees, same as on the other side. Over here, trying to remember if this is my apricot or plum. Let's go ahead and check the tag. So this is a Katy apricot. This is a heat tolerant apricot. It's leaning over. I gotta straighten this guy back up. So I gotta get a stake for that one. I got a moringa tree here. Actually, I have several moringa trees. Got one there. Got one here. And believe it or not, these little trees right here, which were just planted about 2 weeks ago, this end of this summer are going to be taller than I am. I'm a 6 foot tall guy, and end of year 2, those trees will be 15 to 20 feet tall. Now I planted them sporadically, basically to build microclimates here in the area where I have my trees, and give some shade to these other trees. Here is a this is a mango tree, and this is a cherry mango. This is the first mango tree that I planted out here. I got 2 mangoes on it this year. Here's one. I just cut the other one off today, same size, but this one I want to try to ripen all the way on the tree, just to see if there's a difference in taste between one that's cut off and one that actually falls off when it's completely ripe. I just hope the birds don't get to it. Another moringa tree there, and on the other side over here I have a few moringa trees planted as well. This guy here is a Peruvian mulberry tree, and this thing is a terrific grower. I'm trying to get right now a Pakistani mulberry, which grows mulberries about like that long. These ones are just standard size mulberries. I did get one crop from here at the beginning of the summer, end of spring, and it's starting to fruit again. I got one there. There's a couple more that I saw. I actually just pruned this to get it some better light earlier today, but I should get some more fruit here popping up here very soon, so looking forward to that. Mulberries are one of my favorite fruits. And then this little guy over here is a Carambola, a star fruit. This tree was about 8 foot tall. Got knocked down in Hurricane Irma, and it is putting out a shoot there, which I'm glad to see. So in a couple more years, this guy will be hopefully 8 feet tall again, but I'm not going to get any fruit off there for a few years if it survives, and I'm hoping that it does. I sure do. So let's get over to the trellis system. This is what I got going on for these blackberries that I'm not sure that are going to survive here in the heat of the Florida summer, but we'll see. I think I got them for $2 a piece, so if they die, I'm not really too concerned. The main thing is I just wanted to get this trellis system up, and I can always order some of those heat tolerant ones that are good for zone 9. So what I've done here is these are 6 foot fence stakes, and just gone ahead and wrapped some 14 gauge wire all the way down at 3 feet and at 5 feet. So the idea is every 8 feet is going to get one blackberry. So here, let me back up so you can get a better view. So right here in the center, somewhere around there, I'm going to plant a blackberry, and I'll show you this later tonight. But so in here is going to be the blackberry. It will grow up to the 3 foot mark. So basically, once it has 2 canes, I'll attach a cane here. I will bring the second cane up about 6 to 8 inches away from that, attach it to here, and then I will wait till it branches off, and I will run one branch down 4 foot that way, one branch 4 feet down this way to the other post, and the same at the 3 foot level. So basically I'll have 4 big branches that will put off some side branches, and that's where all the fruit will end up, and hopefully we will get a big crop. And like I said, I've just done that all the way down. So 4 posts, 3 plants, and 8 feet sections. And we'll be back again later tonight. I can show you how I actually am going to plant these guys. Thought I'd show you guys real quick as I'm walking up back to the house. I got also some pineapples growing here. These take about 18 months to 2 years to actually grow a pineapple. Basically what I do is once this guy is fully ripe, I will pull it, chop the top off, and I will plant the top, the crown, right back into the ground, pretty much in the same spot, and I will get pineapples every year. Got a couple more fig trees. I don't remember what the variety here. I think this is a LSU Giant. This is, I think, what a Texas something or other. Got another pineapple back here, and then I got to get in here and weed too. I got a lot of weeding I got to do. Here's another one that does not have any fruit on it yet. This one I planted later, I think maybe 3 or 4 months after the other ones, plus the fact that this is a pretty shady corner over here. It does not have any fruit on it yet, but it will, which will be nice because I'm going to get all this other fruit at the same time, and then I'll be able to get the one over here a few months later. So I'm back, and it's late evening or early evening now, and instead of it being 1,000,000 degrees outside, it is only 900,000 degrees. So we're going to get these blackberries put in. So I got the plants laid out. Like I said before, there's going to be one plant every 8 feet. We'll run 2 canes up, 1 cane here, 1 cane here, and then we're going to splay the branches out 4 feet that way, 4 feet that way, top and bottom. But right now, we just need to worry about getting them in the ground. I'll go ahead and give them a little bit of nitrogen to stop them from going into shock, and then tomorrow I'll come out here and I'll trim it down to only 2 canes. And like I said, I don't know how well this experiment's going to go, because these are only rated for zone 8, and I'm in zone 9B. So we'll just see how it goes. If not, I'll order up some more that will sustain the heat. And like I said, I only paid a couple bucks for these. These were on clearance. So let me go ahead now, and we're going to dig the hole out for the blackberries. Okay, so we're just going to right in front of the trellis here. Let me move some of this mulch out of the way. We're going to dig out the hole for the blackberry. And you can see here on top what the compost has done. This, my whole yard here is sugar sand. Basically is this, no nutrients in it whatsoever, won't hold moisture, but because I've been adding the mulch layer, you can see that it's decomposed and it's all filling up in there now. So the plan is, over the years, keep adding layers of compost in here, and eventually all the way down it will turn into that nice black soil. So we want to dig the hole out probably twice as big as the blackberry. And we want to plant right so the crown is sitting level with the ground. So if you need to, go ahead and backfill the hole, which I'm doing. And that looks good and right about there. Okay, so in the wheelbarrow I have just some compost. This is Black Cow. I really like this brand. I use it for a lot of when I'm planting my trees. And normally you would do a 50-50 mix between the compost here and then the hole over there. You would do a 50-50 mix, but since I have the sugar sand, I plant directly into compost just to give me the extra nutrients that I think I'll need for preventing that transplant shock and letting the roots establish. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in. I'm going to pull this out, and I am not going to disturb the root ball at all. A lot of people like to break up the root ball, and I think the roots are going to grow better. I find that to be a myth. I always find that if you just leave the roots the way they are, it will grow just fine. So just going to cover this back up with the extra sand here. Put some mulch back around, and we have plant number 1 planted in the ground and ready to go. Okay, so all three of the plants are in the ground now, and the last thing to do is just add ½ an ounce or 1 tablespoon of some, I believe it's potassium nitrate. This is a 1600. It is just straight nitrogen, and this is going to help stop the plant from going into shock. So we just want to go all the way around the root ball. And then we'll water it in generously. Now it's the rainy season down here in Florida now, so it rains just about every day. Even though it's going to rain every day, I'm still going to come out here every morning for 7 days and water each one of these for, I don't know, around 30 seconds or so, just so those roots will take hold and it will help the plant grow. What you don't want to do is water from the top of the plant. Get one of these wands, they're like 10 bucks at Home Depot, and water around the base. So that's good. Now I'm basically just going to go down the row now, do the same thing, nitrogen and water on those other two, and then we'll call it a day. So in the next couple of days I'll come out here and I'll show you. I'm going to pick 2 of the best canes off of here. I'll probably run this taller one up to the 5-foot mark, and this one here up to the 3-foot. I'll attach it and I'll wait till it branches off, and then I'll spread the branches out and run them in the length. Now I saw a couple of these when I was planting them. There's already berries growing on them, which are nice. So at minimum, I know that I'm at least going to get 3 or 4 blackberries this season, even if the plants don't survive. So hoping for the best. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope everybody has a great weekend. All the dads out there, happy Father's Day to you. Hope to see you next time.